going on. And so I'm working on this retirees committee that's appointed by the federal government, and as I said, I can't really talk about that because I'm under a gag order because I'm in the mediation in that part. And certainly I don't want to be a federal person. And so I can't divulge the intricate workings of what's going on, but I am bargaining very hard on the behalf of the retirees for their pension benefits as well as their health care. Now, one of the things on the health care that people don't know, and you will probably hear this if I can get it out. I've been trying to get it out for the last few months. But I have a document here that's also in here. And it's a document that came from Blue Cross Blue Shield County Executive that handles the city of Detroit health care for Blue Cross Blue Shield. This county executive, and when we did, and I should go back so I could preface this so you understand what happened. When we bargained a contract, one of the things that we were trying to do is say, how can we get savings, right? Savings not only for the employees, but for the employer. On the employer side, you want to make sure that the person who is offering the services are giving the municipality the best bang for the buck, right? And so when you're looking at that, whether it's Blue Cross, whether it's Health Alliance Plan or Total Health Care, you have to look at that administrative contract to talk about administrative fees, how they're paying bills, what they're charging for, rebates, and those kind of things. And then on the employee side, you look at how do you get the best benefit for folks at the best price and the best service, quality of service. That's what all of us want, to make sure that when we get health care. This county executive, after we had got the bids in for the different companies, Blue Cross Blue Shield did not come in as the best vendor. CVS Caremark and Health Alliance Plan came in as the best vendors. And so the city agreed with us to say, hey, the best bang for the buck is for us to go over here and remove Blue Cross because their costs are too high for both sides, for the city as well as for the employees. And so we did that to move that. Well, when they came in, when the state came in and took it over, guess who resurfaced?
Blue Cross.
Blue Cross. And so the memo that I have here, that I've taken to the Wayne County prosecutor, as well as gave it to some news agencies, they haven't printed it yet. But the memo says from the county executive, and this is this email stuff again that you kind of heard in Detroit, even with Army Companion, but this was an email. And this email says to the city, I will give you a 10% reduction because the administration fees were high. So in the memo it says, I'll give you a 10% reduction on your administration fees. I'll also cut you a check immediately for $2 million if you make us the only game in town. Can you believe that?
Yeah, right.
That's a bribe. And so when I got a hold of the email, I said, I don't believe a county executive would put this in the email. The email also said, though, that if we do not get back in the game, whoever's in the game, we're going to charge them between $150,000 to $300,000 to get the data feed. Because Blue Cross Blue Shield retains the data, right? The utilization reports and all the other stuff that people would need to reduce the cost. So they said, if you don't put me back in, I'm going to jack up the cost for these folks to get the data, to provide the services. So when people say about what's actually and what's really going on, this book tells a lot. Because it actually has the documents in black and white about what's happening in the city of Detroit, as opposed to people just telling people what's going on and nobody having factual documents to look at. One of the other things that I might say to you is, even on the consulting contracts, you've heard on the radio and TV that they, or probably in the newspapers too, because I got some newspaper articles that say the same thing. They said that these consulting contracts